Hello, namaskar. I'm going to cook Rajma today. This is a very famous North Indian dish, especially famous in the Punjab and Delhi region. And we grew up eating this, and that's one of my favorite dish. So I'm going to show you how you can make a quick Rajma dish. I've taken 2 cups of Rajma. Now the cup size is this, what I'm using. So I'm going to throw that in my pressure cooker right here. Now make sure when whatever Rajma is soaked in, that water does not go in there, because that would increase the time of your cooking. So what I've done is I've taken 6 cups of water to go in there. So I'm going to throw that with me. 6 cups of water. I'm going to take 1 tablespoon and about a half. So about 1.5 tablespoon of salt in it. And that's all there is to this. Just close that and turn it on. This should cook for about 15-20 minutes, and your Rajma will be fully done, and then we'll go to how to do the tadka on that. Now, while the Rajma is getting cooked, I'm going to show you what ingredients to use for your tadka. Right here I've got green chilies. I'm using the hot Thai kind. Tomatoes, I'm using 2, 1 large, 1 small. A large size onion. I've got garlic paste and I've got ginger paste. In my spices, what I'm going to use is I've got salt, I've got cayenne pepper, which is the lal mirch, I've got turmeric, haldi, and I've got coriander powder, which is dhania powder, and cumin powder, which is your jeera powder, and then I have whole jeera, which I'm going to use. Okay, so while the Rajma is almost getting done, I'm going to turn my gas on for about medium high, and let this heat up, and add a little bit of oil to it. Now what I'm doing is adding, this is plain vegetable oil, so just a little bit of oil. And while this is heating up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop down my onion. And now chopping the onion, you don't have to have any fancy cut on that. Rajma is a very forgiving dish. You can chop the onion any way you want, big, small, just any way you like. Go ahead and chop it down. As you can see, I'm going with a fairly thick chops on that. So here's my onion done. While my onion is done, at the same time my oil is heated up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of hing. This is a ready-made hing from India, I guess. So I'm going to add that to it, and I'm going to put about a little more than a 1/4 tablespoon of this sabut jeera, the cumin seeds. And what that does is gives you a very nice nutty taste to it. So while this is getting done there, I'm going to take my onions, add those to my and of course I've got my green chilies, which I'm going to do next. And again, same principle. Don't have to see how you cut it. Any size does okay. And depending on how much heat you would like in your food, you can take as many chilies as you want. in my case, I just love a lot of heat, so I put a lot in there. So that's gone in there. Okay. So just mix this up a little bit. I'm going to increase the heat to high so this thing browns up. The idea is to brown that. So in the meantime, you know, if I'm doing nothing else, I'll go ahead and cut this tomatoes of mine. Don't forget what I said before, you know, any way you feel like. Chop it small, chop it large. You know, that's what works with Rajma. There are some Indian dishes you have to be precise, but for some you don't have to be at all. That's the beauty about cooking Indian food. As you can see, my tomatoes are done. So that's going to go in there as soon as this thing browns up. And I'm going to put my paste of my ginger and garlic once that thing is browned enough for me to put that in. Now the onion has to be brown about this much. Once you get that brownness on that, I'm going to use about 3/4 tablespoon of garlic and about a heaped tablespoon of ginger. So ginger is always more than the garlic, and you're going to mix that in, and you're going to fry this a little bit so you get that raw taste of the ginger and garlic out of the. So it doesn't have to be that long, you know, you just do it for about I would say 15-20 seconds, and that raw taste of ginger and garlic should be out. Next goes in my tomatoes. So there goes my tomatoes in. And as you can see, my flame is about you know, medium, a little bit of more than medium. So once I have done my tomatoes in, I'm going to start adding. Now again, I said in the beginning, I like hot food. So for me, I go with about a half a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. This is lal mirch. If you don't like that much hot, you can go with much less than that. This about, you know, a little bit more than a fourth of the haldi, that is turmeric. And this is dhania powder, coriander powder. 1 heap and about this much more. So that's that. And this is the jeera powder, which is the cumin powder. A little less than half a tablespoon of that. Now these are the magic ingredients. Now what that is you know, anything you make, basically this is all the spices you're going to use for making all your Indian food. They're a combination of less and more in some, but this is your main thing. Now I have already put salt in my rajma while I was cooking, but this masala is getting done, which will need some salt too. So I'm going to use another about less than half a tablespoon of salt in this to give this masala some moisture, which will come out after the salt goes in. So as you can see, the masala is already looking very nice. Once this masala is done, what I'm going to do is just add that to my rajma. As you can all see, the rajma is already done. That's how much water is left after the rajma is done, and the rajma is very nice and soft. You can see this red kidney beans are so soft and good to go. And I can turn that off a little bit more. Now what I'm trying to do here is fry it enough where my oil separates my masala. As you can all see, it's already separating. As you can see, it's separating at the side. So this is what I'm looking for. My oil has separated from my masala, and I think I'm going to give it another half a minute to it. As you all saw, the only time it took me was to actually get the rajma done, and the masala and all was cut so quickly. This all takes just a few minutes to get it together. And once I have done that, as you can see, the tomato has almost melted in it, and the masala is just turning out to look wonderful. Masala is fully ready. If you look at it, the oil has all separated through my masala, so that's all good to go in my rajma. So what I'm going to do is move my masala pan from here, bring my rajma pan here, and just add all this right to my pressure cooker where my rajma is. So all this goes in there. Just give it a stir. Okay, and I'm going to just close this pressure cooker down to get the max mixing of my spices and all with that. So I'm going to throw this on full high, let it there for about I would say a couple of minutes, turn it off, and you're all done. Okay, the rajma is done. Once I put it in the pressure cooker with the tadka, the masala, I let it on high for about 3 minutes max. So 3 minutes, turn it off. I used one of the bowls, I poured my rajma in there. The only thing now left is to add some hara dhania to it, which I have chopped, and here's some hara dhania. So I'm going to just go ahead and sprinkle that, and that's green coriander leaves. So there we go. So hara dhania goes in there. Now just to recap what we did here, we had the rajma in the pressure cooker on high. We soaked it for 2 hours first. Today I only did an hour, so normally 2 hours is a good time. Soak it for 2 hours, put it in the pressure cooker on high for about 4 or 5 whistles, then turn it into medium and leave that medium for about 5 minutes. And that medium 5 minutes will make your rajma come out perfectly. And then of course, this is the end result of the rajma. Thank you everyone for watching my show. It was a pleasure showing you all how to cook rajma. I am going to produce a lot of new videos which will show all kind of different north to south Indian dishes, to west. I am from North India. I'm from Delhi originally, so most of my dishes are going to be based from the north. But please subscribe to my YouTube channel and put in your request. Anything you ask, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to show you. So please wait for my new videos to come out, and I guarantee you're going to love each video of mine, and you're going to love cooking after that. Thank you.